Our top focus story continues to remain the high-level meetings that are taking place in the national capital. The meetings that are taking place in Delhi, of course, are in the light of the crisis in Afghanistan, especially since the new Taliban government has taken charge. Now, National Security Adviser Ajit Doval met the CIA chief yesterday. He's meeting with his Russian counterpart in Delhi today. He met the CIA chief on Tuesday. This was, of course, a meeting that was kept under wraps. We have confirmation, however, coming in today that he did, in fact, meet the CIA chief in Delhi yesterday. The meetings are coming in at a time when the Taliban has formed a hardline government in Afghanistan. Ajit Doval is also meeting the Russian National Security Adviser Patrushev, and he's also going to be meeting Prime Minister Modi. We're told that the meeting between the National Security Advisers of India and Russia comes in at a time when Prime Minister Modi dialed Vladimir Putin to discuss the developments in Afghanistan. Vasu Jain joins us with the very latest. Vasu, what more can you tell us about these meetings?
Well, I think it's extremely significant that you've got the top two spymasters of the two great world powers in New Delhi at the same time. William Burns was here yesterday meeting Ajit Doval. He had some other meetings as well. Obviously, it's very clear that these visits are being prompted by the concerns in Afghanistan over the Taliban takeover. So that would have very much been on the table when William Burns came in and held his meetings. In fact, William Burns, we believe, has still not left Delhi, so it's still uncertain about whether he continues to plan to stay on and has meetings, even as the Russian NSA, Nikolai Patrushev, is also in Delhi to hold again meetings linked to Afghanistan and linked to the Taliban takeover. Look, I think it's fairly clear that while we still await greater details of what exactly was discussed, and given the confidentiality involved with visits of this nature, it's unlikely that we'll have a full picture. But I think overall it's fair to say that this is very much linked to both the rapidity with which the Taliban has taken over, but also the kind of Taliban government which has come into shape with people like the Haqqani network members. These are key terror accused, having taken a prominent role, with the sidelining of those who are considered to be politically more pragmatic, like the Doha envoys of the Taliban. And also the fact that we're seeing what happened in Panjshir, where it was believed that Pakistan may have played a role in the takeover of that last holdout, which was opposing the Taliban. So I think all of this together, both the kind of rise of the hardliners within the Taliban regime, the concerns over Pakistan's interference, all of this has brought the Russian and the American spymaster to Delhi to try and jointly figure out how to tackle these emerging concerns.
Thanks very much, Vasu, for joining us with those details. Neeta Sharma is also with us. Neeta's tracking the details of this crucial meeting between the National Security Advisors of both countries at the moment. Neeta, what more information do you have?
Yes, Rishika, this meeting holds importance because it's a day after when Taliban has named its cabinet. So its ripple effects are obviously being discussed by India and Russia in this high-level meeting, in which both the National Security Advisors are participating. Our sources are telling us that Afghanistan has failed in its branding exercise as far as naming the cabinet is concerned. So the discussions are held around as to how the new situation will affect its immediate neighbors, which includes India also and Russia also. In fact, both the countries have similar concerns on terrorism. So discussions now are being focused on how to ensure that Taliban adheres to its promises and assurances which it has been giving to the world. And also, our sources are also pointing out that India has always been pointing out, and even in this meeting, they're stressing out that, in order to ensure activities of terrorist groups, which includes Pakistan-based terror groups Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba, need to be kept under check, especially as the leadership of Jaish has shifted to Helmand province bordering Kandahar and Lashkar to Kunar in East Afghanistan. And also the role of drug cartels and regional countries in this backdrop is also being discussed in this meeting. Rishika?